Welcome back to another episode of the Road to 2200. Let's see. My opponent is 2000. I am 1985, and we're playing. What I've been playing with white is this, QGD that kind of starts out a little bit unusual and pretty quickly goes into a regular one. And then I like to play the exchange against the Slav. And I get these really interesting, vibrant positions, which is kind of shocking as the rumors are that it's an incredibly boring opening. Okay, let's go here. My opponent is also playing regular moves. This controls a nice diagonal, and this is a little weird, but I guess their thought is they're going to go here and here. That seems fine. I'm just going to continue my development. I'm going to go here, and we're going to see, is the bishop going here? Is the bishop going there? I don't know. I'm kind of assuming we'll see this pretty quick, and then probably a trade of those pieces. Since I don't know what they're doing with their bishop just yet, I think I'm going to go here. Slows down castling a smidge, but I'd kind of like to see... Oh, actually, never mind. They're definitely not coming out this way. Okay. Usually I just trade here. I mean, it'd be interesting to go there, but I think I'll just trade. I'll put my bishop here, where I think it is probably best. Although there is this annoyingness, and maybe that's why my opponent did that. Like if I go here, I can just tuck back here, and I think that should be fine. And then their knight is kind of misplaced before I do that. I feel like there's something tingling, like, I don't know, something's going on. But I think everything's fine, and we'll just go here. I think they're going to castle. We will castle, and then we'll see. Okay, so there is an issue here that if they go here, it dislodges my knight, which is a little bit annoying. And I actually can't go here now because that's covering it. So I think probably I need to go here, and then if here, I might need to go here. I don't love that. But what other options do I have? I guess I probably should have played that earlier. Although this is currently only backed up by the queen. If they go here, I have this interesting idea. I don't think it's good enough. Something like this is a little bit interesting. This guy's being hit twice, but they could go here and pretty easily back him up in time. So I guess I'm going to go here, and I don't know. It doesn't really seem to fix all my problems. Maybe I rushed that a bit, but I don't know. It felt like I took a long time to make that move. Okay. Um. Well, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. I'm not giving up the knight, clearly. If I go here and they go here, what have they really gained? I can go here, which is fine. I kind of want to double anyway. I think more worrisome is here, and then I think here wins? No, it doesn't win. Oh, right, and then they're going to go here. Yeah. But I think this is still the best idea. Also, after this, maybe I just go here. Yeah, so let's think about this. Do I go e5? I don't love giving up the bishop here. The bishop is pretty well placed. It's hitting a lot of things. But in order to save the bishop, I have to put it on a worse square. I could do something interesting like this, and then the queen is here, sizing that up. I could also go check, but I think this is rather annoying. Yeah. I can also just castle. Maybe that's fine. Maybe I just castle. Okay, the last question is here or here. Both would work. Like, I could just go there and say, your knight looks rather out of place. Like, it looks like it's a weirdly placed knight. And I'm not worried about it. And at any moment, I could just go here and attack it. I can also go like this. That looks quite promising. Yeah. What about here first? Okay, I guess then maybe they go there. Which is a little bit interesting. I kind of want to... I'm going to castle and just say I'm willing to give them that bishop. I guess what I wasn't thinking about is they can't jump in here now. Which is a little bit annoying. If I let them take off the bishop. But then I guess that would drop. Okay. But now they are backing it up enough. Now that they've moved the bishop, is there anything I can do that's interesting? Not really. I'm thinking just jump in here. Doesn't do that much, unfortunately. Okay, I gotta remind myself, I don't have to do something amazing here, right? Just like play good moves is fine. There's a big part of me that just wants to go here and save this bishop, and it's on a nice diagonal. I think my worry is that eventually I might need my rooks to be able to, you know, like right now this rook looks great. But maybe I'll eventually want to change that somehow. I'm trying to decide, do I want to bait him into taking here? Is that where I'm at? Okay, let's say takes here, here, here. And then they can follow up with that. I'm going to go here. E5 and try to, I don't know. It just looks like a good square for my knight. Kind of like for them to decide what is it that they're going to do here. And maybe next move I'll just move this bishop away. But I don't know, there's some part of me that's like, yeah, take that bishop. Like, this bishop looks kind of bad long term. If they can't do something, that, I don't know, that bishop doesn't look too great. Also, this knight is kind of impeding me from doing a lot of things I want to do. I'm kind of running out of moves here. I don't think I want to go here. It just doesn't control anything. At least if I drop back to here, I'm still controlling quite a bit. Okay, I think I'm just going to permanently resolve that. And then I think I'm looking at that. And this knight, eventually it's going to be problematic, I think. All right, I guess what I need to worry about is what am I doing after that? What if I go here, actually? Kick the knight. It goes here. I'm pretty happy to take there. I don't really want to go there, though, because then I can't go here. What if I just go here now? Let's say they go here to kick my knight. I go here. I can still do this to try to kick this knight. I'm threatening mate. If I go here and they go here right away, maybe I'm fine with that. I just go like... I don't know. Suddenly my queen looks like... I can't tell if it's an attacking queen that looks great, or like, what the heck is your queen doing over there kind of queen. Another thing I could do is go here, here, here. I'm on this again. They go there. And then things are a little bit weak for them. Also, they can never kick this guy. That seems reasonable, actually. Take, here. How are they dealing with that? I guess they can jump in here. It's kind of weird. I wasn't thinking about that. I think I'm going to do this. This also, though, looks enticing. But yeah, I'm going to do this. Oh, okay. Now I can see why maybe I didn't want to do that. Although it's still pretty stuck. But we're going to go here. And we're going to see what magic we can make happen here. This is a little bit annoying, but then I go here. This pawn looks very weak. If they go there, I don't know, things seem to start looking a little bit weak in their position. Maybe not enough. there, huh? What does that do? What? I'm very confused by that move. Aren't I going here? Then what? Ah, then that fork. Clever. I did miss that. But does that work? Fork. It looks like indeed it works. That is unfortunate. That was my entire plan and ruined by one fork. Okay. Well, now what? Here? So I can't go here. I guess I could go here. Maybe that's the answer. And then if they go right to there, I'm still back to this, like, okay, but he's got this tarot. So suddenly this knight that was looking kind of lame, no, it's looking kind of interesting. What am I talking about? I just take this guy off. Okay, if that is the case, can I go here? Here. I'm threatening that. If they go here, they weakened a lot of squares. Alright, we're going to say this is fine because of all the squares they weaken. Maybe I'm wrong. Also then, like, this knight no longer hitting that very effectively maybe comes around this way. Okay, so maybe that's a really good move. To do that first. Because now this knight will be able to pop into there more easily. Where am I looking to go with this knight? If I go over here, I'm like quickly running out of squares. But it does look optically menacing, but I don't see that it's doing anything. I'm going to go here, because if they go here, then I'm just back. If they go there, I think I lose the knight, actually. I didn't look at that carefully enough. Yeah, that will lose the knight. And then probably the game. Okay. But now I have something interesting. Oh, right. I forgot about the fork. The interesting thing is this. I don't think it's strong enough. I think we lost. Giving up. Yeah. This was a poorly played game by me. This game, I feel like I was lured into making bad choices. Like, there was a part of me, every move, that was like, ooh, I should make this better choice. And then I just kept making bad choices. It was kind of frustrating. If this queen were here, we would win the game. I don't see a way to lure the queen there. And without that there, this knight move does very little. All it does is move over. And then it looks to me like nothing. So how can I make something happen in this position? I'm looking at maybe going here, here, and just some level of pressure then. Because right now I have nothing. Somehow I don't even have this. Maybe I come back here. Wait, why did I move over there in the first place? Oh, yeah, I got attacked. Do I go back there? Threatening to take here? Kind of forcing them to go there. Making them let me put my knight back here, which actually looks quite strong. I think I'm going to start with this. Because I'd want to be able to move this knight. And I don't want to trade off the rook. I think that's a bad plan. If I can go here, here, and here, and here, like, maybe something good happens. I'm not seeing, like, some glorious attack. It's more of one of those, maybe if I put my pieces on good squares, my opponent will make some mistakes. That's really, I think, what we're looking at. Wait, weren't we in a spot where this knight can't move, and I didn't resolve it? I've been very fortunate to have this work this way. Okay, so I could go here. Moves there only. Take. I'm still in a spot where they just win the knight. I've played this so unbelievably badly. It's almost staggering. I mean, if I just move over here or here, which is what it feels like I have to do, I really have nothing. And my knight is trapped whenever they feel like it. I have this, and then they have to take that way, which I think does nothing. Yeah, here. Takes nothing. Oh boy, what a debacle. There's also a mate threat here. Okay, going here. Plan is we have this check. Okay, if they go here. No, sorry. Here. Oh, okay. Actually, now if they go here, it doesn't trap. Because we can move the queen. And then I'm going to go here and here. I don't know. Just provoke something. Provoke some weakening of the king side. Maybe they'll make a big enough mistake and let me in this game. They've used no time on top of everything. And now they've locked out my rook. That was a very good move. I don't know if they realized how good it was, but that was quite a good move. Now what? Okay, what if I go here, takes, check. They'll just block that way. And yeah, I have nothing. I need another piece or two. And it seems like that's not going to be that easy to do. Here actually covers the mate threat. So I could actually go here, but then I can't move again. Okay. Also looking at something like this. Bringing my rook in this way, that doesn't work. Goodness, that was such a good move. I wonder if they saw what they were doing with that, or if that just was like, you know, sometimes you kind of get lucky with moves, and later you're like, wow, that actually did a lot more than I thought. Okay. No, that's a bad idea. The queen will go there. We need to make an escape square for the king. I'm going to go here. So that then I can go here and here. And I don't know after that. Like I said, they thwarted me with just one little a5. Although the queen is tied to this pawn now. Like if they let that pawn go, it's going to be kind of bad. So that's the one positive. So like if I go here, oh, okay. Yeah, covering that. And now they can go there and trap the knight. Yeah. I guess this is available now. So if they go here... No. If they go here, I can cover it. Okay, let's try it. It's going to be hard to trap this knight, actually, because now this, I hit it with a rook. Next move, I think I'm going here anyway. And suddenly... Do we have something? Maybe. Probably not. But it's getting interesting. Okay. Okay. I can go here. If they go there. There. Probably nothing. That's what we're doing. We're going into the lion's mouth. This is probably a good idea. No, that loses. Boom. Queen gone. Okay, so now we've got some real threats, right? Like, we went from nothing to almost every piece on the king. Like, we might have a real attack here now, especially, like, one more piece. But right now, we're already hitting something big. They're going to have to weaken their structure. If they go here, they lose on the spot. If they do nothing, this is going to be mate. If they go here is the question. Oh, that loses. Maybe not loses, but I take. If take, I get this check. And that's probably enough to win. Wow, I might win this thing. I might pull this out of nowhere. What a game that would be. Wondering, I guess that doesn't work either, right? Because here, there. Okay, so they can go there. That's true. I guess they could go there. If I go here, probably takes, then just goes back, guards that pawn. I have nothing. So what if I go here, here? Yeah, let's do it. Here, here. Just bringing the pressure. All the pieces. Every piece we can muster. I think they might have to find a way to give back some material here. And they're only up one single point. I don't know. I think I'm winning. As just unfathomable as that is. A decent move might be to bring the rook up to f7 and so I don't know, just try to start guarding some things. But this move looks pretty devastating, actually. Bringing the knight up. Wow, if they go f7, then they have no escape for the queen. The queen's gone. So maybe that is not a good idea. If they drop the queen back, they're still struggling with these ideas. If they try to go up here to stop that knight from coming in, I can go takes, and then maybe the knight goes here. Wow. What is this? I thought that didn't work. No, because now the queen's in a different spot. But I think this is probably still right. And then they probably go back there. And then I go here. I have another pawn back. I have something better of like takes. No, I don't think so. I think we're going to bring the piece in and then we can do something like that. Another piece joins the party. Bring them all in. And now we have to have something. They're just, the chess gods are against us if there's nothing here. Well, I find it is the question. I'm low on time. Let's do some serious calculation. We have to assume queen's going there. So, if the queen is on h7, feels like it has to be knight takes h6, pawn takes, rook takes. We've given up a piece or two pawns. If the king just tries to bolt now, it might be decent. What if they go here and I take with this knight first, hitting the rook? And on this pawn, then like boom, boom, boom. Then maybe this is strong, but it seems like the king could still move there. Then I have here. Ooh, and then the king can't go there because of the queen. So let's look at this again. So let's say here, and then here. And I guess I don't know. Oh, no, they have to move the rook, right? So let's say they move the rook here. I go takes check here, hitting the queen. Queen moves. I think that's what we were looking at. Oh no, it's getting away from me. Okay, they made the move that we thought they would make. Boom. I guess the question is, what if after here they go there? And now, oh, I can go here and win a exchange too. All right, I'm gonna do this. Wait. The only question is, what if they go here? But then I go here. Okay, we're going here. This seems very reasonable. We're getting material back. There's a lot of pressure on this position. If they just go here. Oh, right. There's this still in the position. So if they move away, now there's this. So takes. That doesn't work. But takes. This does work and wins the queen. But what if takes, and then we're fine there too. So yeah, so this looks like it works. We go, one more time. We go here, and I think we win the game. I didn't really look at what if they go like here. Maybe there is something there. I should have looked at that. I'm under quite the time crunch though. I imagine I would go here, here, here. Darn. Okay, so they did find that. That is unfortunate. Here, here. That does not work because of the queen. What about taking here, 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 back? Oh, yeah, there's also this. So does this work? Check. Takes here. Check. Takes with the queen. We take with the rook. Yeah. I don't know if this is enough material that we're getting. How much are we giving up here? Oh, yeah, no. It's... Oh... Here. Here, here. How did we... I feel like we lost material in this exchange somehow. I don't know if we have enough here. Suddenly, it's not looking so hot. I can go here. Threatening mate. They have to do something about that. I guess I am up a pile of pawns, though. So they're threatening mate, and then I can go here. So, like, let's say they go... Oh, they can't go there either. That's going to be a hard mate to stop, actually. Wait, what if I go here, here? Okay, no. So if I go here, they can't even move the king. Whoa, whoa, what the heck are you talking about? It's here that I need to go. And then they can move the king to here, though. I don't know that I want that. So check here, here. Check here. Here could be interesting. And then I'm on this. I don't really know what the right way is. I feel like there's more to be had here, but here gets away. So I'm going to go there. I'm assuming there. Oh, I could go here, here, there. That's interesting. Here. I think I like this, actually. To be able to just go here. I've got all these pawns. I think I should be in good shape. My opponent's rooks are put together pretty well, so that's kind of annoying. I don't know how I thought I was winning this pawn. I can go here, though, and then just win the bishop. So that's pretty good also. So we've got this thing under wraps now. That was a big attack that, I don't know, I don't feel like I had any right getting to work, but it sure worked. Okay, and I don't think there's anything here. Oh, wow. Making your king more vulnerable is a bold plan. Okay, yeah, and then we can pick this guy off now, too. So by separating these rooks, my opponent made a big mistake. When you're playing against a queen with two rooks, they really have to work in tandem. And when you separate them, that queen geometry can be just devastating. And so we saw here, like, you know, just one little misstep and bam, the game's just over. This is why, like, this exact position is why, like, even if I was playing with the black pieces and I had several more pawns, well, and a piece, because I do have the material advantage. But my point is, if you got rid of my knight and 3 pawns, I would still be nervous about it because of all the geometry that can happen. And there's no mate threats at all. There's no possible way to mate me. So we are doing well. So can I go in here and try to mate? I'm going to go here because I think they're going to come in thinking like, yeah, I'm going to get a checkmate. Okay, no, they did not. All right, so then we're just going to go here and win the other rook. Oh my goodness gracious. And win the other rook. And then just say, it might be time to resign, buddy. Like, you might have lost. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's not time to resign yet. Let's make sure they've got squares. They've got that square and that square. I'm going to go here. Okay, then I'll just trap them at the back rank. And then I think we can mate them pretty easily with the knight, right? Okay, we don't need to worry about that. Knight, mate. So yeah, we'll go knight. they'll move. Oh, maybe they'll get a check here even. Yeah, I wasn't being careful about that. They do have that square though, so I'll be fine. But I wasn't being careful about the check stopping everything. Okay, so we got the win. I don't even know what to say about that. The big takeaway here is you don't give up. Keep posing your opponent problems even when you're losing. And, you know, sometimes it works out. Okay, so here's the exchange Slav. Everything seems quite normal. The A6 felt weird to me, but, you know, it's high up in the database. E3, all these are normal moves. I feel like I'm playing as I normally would. Now, I will say, normally I would play here. And I don't know. I didn't like the idea of this. I guess I just go here. Well, the reason I don't like this is then this guy's boxed in. I don't know. It looks ugly to me. So I went there first in case I needed to do that. Takes is all normal. This is all normal. And that shook me a little. Like, oh, I don't like the idea of this coming down and dislodging my knight. The computer says just castle. And then if they do, well, guess what? You've got this square here that can't be disrupted. That's an amazing square. Yeah, so that was kind of ridiculous of me. Instead of focusing on a potential destination for my knight, I focused on just the dislodging my knight. So it was a very short-sighted idea. So I went there to stop b4. They can go b4 anyway, and guess what? I can still do this. Instead I decided to take and put their knight on a decent square. Castle, and then I was pretty happy here still. Like, I felt like my position was fine. And this was the move where I think the funny thing is, this is the engine's #1 move. But I don't love it. It just kind of feels so wishful. And now apparently I'm winning. Because now I can take this, which was the whole plan, by the way. But I saw this and freaked out and went, oh my goodness, a pawn fork, I'd lose the game. So why don't I lose the game? Because the engine says I don't. What do I have here? I don't see it. Okay, I don't see it. The engine says I can just go here, giving up the pawn. And yeah, right. So I can go here. If they trade queens, then I'm fine. If they move the queen, I move the knight. Wow, that is not a real hard move to see, but I couldn't even see it when it was right in front of me, so I don't know what to say. And now I'm losing. So it goes from taking this pawn and having a big lead to going here and having a huge deficit because f6 traps my piece. Now, I got very lucky. My opponent never noticed for the whole game that he could just go here and win the game on the spot. They never noticed that, which is very generous of them. And because they never noticed it also, I didn't do anything about it, which is insane. So I went here to save the queen, which is reasonable. Took my piece back, and now it's like, uh-oh. And then I went here. What are you doing? Why didn't I play h4 here to get... Like, I was so sure they were never going to trap my knight. I decided not to save it. I don't know what that was about. So here I'm dead. Because now I have to go here, and now I can never save the knight. All they have to do is win the knight. And then they just go there, which... actually was kind of cool, right? Because my whole plan was to come here. Let's see if they had just, say, moved the knight over. Is this one of the top moves? It's not. It's not. It loses because it loses to that. Of course. But I just mean eventually. Wait, I think I was going to move there right away. Maybe. Oh, because they had just moved the queen there. I might have lost track of that. Okay. So we're still dead, but now they've given that up. And now, I don't know. The engine says we're losing by 5. And, you know, I got to agree. This feels like there's no possible world we could be winning. So I bring another piece in. We're losing by 6. Interestingly, check just doesn't seem that strong. Okay. That's very strong. That is very strong. That's a mate. Okay. So I went here. And all they have to do is find this move. Oops, sorry. Okay, so they went here, and now it's equal. This move went from winning to equality, and my opponent had several decent moves here. E5 was good. Bishop D5 is good. This move is amazing. Even this move is fine. They didn't make any of them, and they disrupted their king side when they didn't really need to. Okay, bring another piece in. And now I'm winning. Now I am winning. I'm winning with this move, which I feel like I looked at, and I just didn't think it was that good. In fact, it just wins, because when it comes back, it's you get the queen, or you just checkmate him. So they did have some interesting moves here of, like, you know, trying to follow up on these ideas and coming around, and then I'm only winning by a little. But this is terrible. I'm losing by 4.5 again because of the same idea that I keep missing and my opponent keeps missing. And then they're dead. Now it's 5 and the game is just over. A bunch of moves work here. Like, every move works here. Every move that continues the attack works. That does not. That absolutely does not work. That's very interesting. There's an only move, which I looked at, but I just didn't see how this worked, right? I thought here, and it's like, that doesn't really work. And the reason is because you could just go here, check. Oh, yes, and there. Okay. So, right. So there's this. The fork, and then when they take, you got it. So I went a slightly different way that I thought was great, and it loses. I thought this was a great idea. They take, and then now I'm crushing again, but they didn't have to do that. They could have first gone here and done this idea. And now I'm in some trouble, because this is actually checkmate, or gonna lead to checkmate, if I just say move this queen to save it and go like here. Then they just go boom, boom, and boom, and it's checkmate. So very interesting that my opponent at all times had a checkmate lurking in the background, never found it, and then from here it's just a crushing. So a very, very weird game. Like, we're both not that low rated. My opponent's over 2,000. I'm knocking on the door of 2,000. And we missed a lot of not that hard tactical shots. So I missed backing my knight up here would get it trapped. I then saw it, decided not to take care of it because my opponent wasn't seeing it. Just went on my merry way. My opponent then weakens their king side, letting me have a really big attack. I blunder it again because neither of us see this checkmating idea. So that's just sitting there the whole time. It's a weird move, though. Like, it's a 3-move combo you have to see to make it worth anything. Because otherwise, like, I saw this check, of course, and I was like, okay, so this bishop still is terrible. This guy can't get involved. You have to see that follow-up. And then even then, that doesn't do anything. You have to see this follow-up. So I feel like it's a little hard to see in a rapid game. I'm going to cut myself and my opponent some slack on that one. And if you don't see it, then it's a lot harder to hold this thing together. And now I'm a little upset that I didn't play this part correctly. Although I guess if this move isn't in the position and we both missed it, then my calculation is right. It's like, this is all correct if they can't checkmate me. I'll tell you also this one too. If they don't have any of this, then they just lose. But there was a more forcing way, which is, you know, it's always distressing when you don't see the most forcing way to get the mate. But yeah, so an interesting game. I feel like the lesson in that one really is, when you're dead, you have 2 choices. Either just resign or go for it. Because if you're going to just halfway do it, then just resign and move on and play another game. I will say, shout out to my daughter. This is just her playing style. Like, she would have been like, yeah, this is how you play chess. You get down a piece or an exchange, and your position looks really bad, and then you checkmate them out of nowhere. That's how she plays chess. So shout out to her for inspiring me to just play chess. All right. Hope you enjoyed that one, everybody. I'll talk to you next time.